Good evening, folks. It's Diamond with the Oppenheimer Ranch Project, bringing you a grand solar minimum update on Monday, May 7th, 11:27 p.m. Mountain Time 2018. You're looking at a horrific sight. This is called lava, a type of basaltic lava that is very sharp, and it sounds like kind of like breaking glass as it moves forward, if you can imagine it. But this is someone's car, and they had to evacuate, and that's what's happening to the car currently. And take a look over here. It looks like R2-D2. I have no idea what that is. But that's what's happening in Leilani Estates live. Now, there are some things I want to cover before we get to the update that are very important. And it's the tsunami threat associated with the eruption of the flank here in Kilauea. Now, there's a failure zone. And one night in November, a huge chunk of Kilauea moved 10 centimeters towards the sea. And there's a geologic history of major landslides on these volcanic islands. For the last 30 million years, over 13 events have occurred. The largest tsunami ever known to man happened in the Hawaiian Islands, and it formed a 1,000-foot wave, which destroyed all of the Western Pacific 1.3 million years ago. It's the largest known tsunami to geologists that we're aware of. Now, the section that's now rifting out here is located right by this particular weakness zone. We're going to be talking about it later in the video. But if it fails, a 300-meter high wave would circle the island and kill almost everyone. It would be horrific. And the potential for this is somewhere around, it's getting high. It's, 50% range from what we're seeing. So if this starts moving, I would get off of that island. So we're going to be talking about the geology in a moment. Don't get your knickers in a bunch. This hasn't moved since 2000. If it starts moving again because of this eruption, then we would be worried. But historically, there have been major tsunamis in the Hawaiian Islands. The largest mega tsunami ever known came from the Hawaiian Islands. And it wouldn't just affect the Hawaiian Islands. It would affect everyone in the Pacific Rim. So everyone should be concerned about what's going on in Hawaii right now. The mainstream should be covering it completely, as well as the geology. And the people shouldn't be so complacent, which they are being. So there's a lot to learn and there's a lot to know. If that section of the island slumps, it is bad news. So we'll get back to that shortly. Let's get on with the update. Over 1,200 earthquakes have occurred in the last 7 days on the Hawaiian island. Now, that slip area that is in question is up here where there is less activity, which is good news. But this amount of activity leads me to think that there may be new fissures forming in the coming days, places that are not in Leilani Estates. That's just my opinion. April snow showers. Northern Michigan has the snowiest April on record. We're still talking snow in Northern Michigan. There's more snow predicted for mid-May coming to Traverse City. Not only was April an abnormally snowy month, it was the snowiest on record for Traverse City ever. Gaylord, Alpena, and Sault Ste. Marie. They say Sault. It's Sault Ste. Marie. Sorry, guys. You can go ahead and say Northern Michigan had the snowiest April on record, period. And that's going to be tonight's first. Boom. Oh my God, I just erased it. It's a static explosion from Tumblr. You'll love it. There it is. And that is boom. So snowiest accumulated snowfall. There it is, April 1st. Boom. Most spots across northern Michigan receive excessive snowfall in April, more often considered a spring month. Both Traverse City and Gaylord receive more than 2 feet of snow. Heads up. Satellite's acting finicky. Let's just click on these so we get some action here. This is coming out from Tucson.com, Minneapolis. Many of the Minnesota's most popular lakes are not iced out yet. Late ice out worries Minnesota's anglers as opener approaches. Many of Minnesota's most popular lakes still have ice on them. 500,000 anglers are worried. I wonder if that's because of Al Gore's global warming. As Rocky Mountain snow starts to melt, Colorado River forecast worsens. Heads up. This is the worst drought in the Four Corners, right on the bullseye there, ever. No, it's actually the second worst drought in recorded history. The snowpack in this particular red zone here is the second worst ever. And luckily we have snow in the forecast. So cross your fingers and pray for snow. Let's go look at the GFS model. Let's bring it back to right now. Let's move it through 6, 12, 24 hours. You could see some light snow falling up on eastern Canada. And then as we head towards Thursday, the snow pattern continues in eastern Canada and a storm system develops in the Rockies. By Sunday, heavy snow through Wyoming, southern Montana, Idaho here. A lot of Nevada is going to get some weather. And here's that major impact, 16 inches up here in north Utah. And then the snow's going to move south into the southern mountains here through the week. The third week of May, we're going to see snow in the southern Rockies. We need it. So we'll be watching this closely. Heads up, northern Dax up here near Whiteface, northern Vermont, northern New Hampshire, a little part of Maine here. You might be picking up a little bit of light snow. Right here, Saturday night, May 12th. Heads up, New England, for a snow event. Another cold and wet April for the record books. This is Ontario. Sarnia, Lambton residents are likely glad that April has come to the end. It was the area's second coldest April since records were kept, and they only started keeping records in 67. What's going on with you guys up in Canada? You just learned where the pencil was in 67? I have no idea what that's all about. While the U.S. shivered, the rest of the world simmered in the planet's third hottest April. Bullshit! And that's the first BS boom. I'll tell you what, NOAA and NASA, the biggest fraud in science history. We're going to break it down. You can see the data is clear in North America here. It was cold. We're talking blue. -4 degrees C below normal in a lot of areas. In fact, in one area up here in Minnesota, it was 13 degrees C below normal. Huh. Is that on your books, NASA? What a fraud. Now let's see how they do this. Let's see how they cook the books. Real quick, we're going to show you some 2016 data, land and ocean temperature percentiles coming from NOAA and NASA. Coming from NOAA and NASA. Now, here's the record heat. Check the map. See it in Southern Africa. Look at the record heat. Boom! No actual data. What? What did I just say? So, record heat, no data. Record heat, no data. Record heat, no actual data. Record heat, no actual data. Guys, check out all of South America. Check out no data here. South America. What does NOAA and NASA put it? Oh, it's warmer. It's warm there. Let's check out where there's no data here up in Africa. Yeah. Record heat. Look at the record heat here where there's no data. Can you say fraud? Check out this region. Wow. It's warm there. It's warm where there's no data. See, there's no data here? There's 2 data points that are pink. There's thousands of square miles, and it's burning up. It's burning up. Boom! That's a truth bomb. It's not burning up. It's a fraud. It's fraud. It is fraud. NOAA and NASA, you are a fraud. So there's what they say. There's the truth. There's more of the truth. Moving on. White screen. Can you feel it? Heavy snow melt blows open dam door in Sweden. All the doors have been open at this dam at Öslefluts near Gävle. Rushing water broke open the door of an old dam in central Sweden on Sunday as this year's unusually heavy snowfall, triggered weather warnings. Boom! Look at that. That's damn. Look at that. Damn. The emergency services were alerted to the accident at the dam at Stisho outside of Haronsan on Sunday morning and managed to force open a second door, lessening the flow. 2 is better than 1. Boom. Thanks, Al, for the record snowpack. Widespread snow looms amid early season cold snap. Heads up, Dave Taylor. Your forecasts are coming true. Too bad you believe in CO2 warming. A pulse of Antarctic air will cause Australia's first widespread snowfall for 2018. It's not winter yet, guys, and it's at the end of this week. A stray low-pressure system after they've been going on and on about record heat and high temperatures being broken everywhere, global warming. Winter will come in with a vengeance. It's likely to get cold enough for snow to settle in Tasmania from Wednesday and into Victoria and New South Wales from Thursday. As the frigid air creeps further north during Friday and Saturday, snow could fall to low levels along the Great Dividing Range. The system is likely to bring the first decent bout of snow for the year to Australia's Alps. Models suggest 20 to 40 centimeters of natural snow accumulating. Natural snow? What, do we make fake snow now? Yeah, we do. I mean, it's incredible. Outside the Alps, the snow is forecast to reach down 800 to 900 meters in the fall in Australia during the hottest year ever. Whew. How to check for freeze damage after near record cold April? Well, come over to AgTech and find out here. Farm Journal agronomist Ken Ferry will tell you how. I'll leave you links to all of it. Earthquake swarm hits El Salvador, destroying 11, damaging 200 homes. I believe that there is new volcanic activity in this region, and we may see a new volcano emerge in San Miguel. A swarm of earthquakes hit El Salvador on Sunday, May 6, 2018, damaging 200 homes, producing several small landslides. No reports of deaths or injuries. The first quake, 4.5 on the Richter scale, was followed by 9 more quakes ranging from 4.3 to 5.6 at depths of 4.4 to 10 kilometers. This is in the volcanic magma movement region, and we're talking about an area that's loaded with volcanoes. Nothing but volcanoes. Volcano, 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 volcano. Volcano, 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 volcano. So we may be looking at the formation of a new volcano, which is usually how it works. You have a flurry of moderate activity. A fissure will crack at the surface. There will be an outgassing, and then there will be a new caldera. We have large activity here forming in Leilani right now. 3.3 popping off just seconds ago, along with dozens of other quakes happening just now. This is definite lava moving in the surface in the Leilani estates in this region. But we just had 4 quakes popping off since I've started the video. Let's look over some quakes of note here. Today we've had a 4.5 in Ferndale. Heads up. And here we see another 4.6 in that El Salvador region where that cluster is forming. So, seismic uptick, heads up. Kilauea's volcano destroying 35 structures as of now. Scientists say additional eruptions are likely. Lava and gas continue to erupt from Kilauea volcano across a remote rural neighborhood, destroying 35 structures, including 26 homes. The new fissure produced, we're at 11 fissures, folks. Sulfur dioxide gas. I have no reports from Jed. I hope he's safe. Additional outbreaks or a resumption of activity are anticipated as seismicity continues. We just saw the uptick live, and we're going to be watching this closely. So, heads up. And there is a little bit of lava flow intensifying from 48 hours ago. We saw this earlier, consume of Ford Mustang next to R2D2. And let's get back to the geologic report here. Fears of a major mega tsunami happening in Hawaii, south of the caldera of Kilauea. Right there, boom. That is the region in question. And I'm going to agree with the assessment here. Now, it's called the Helena slump. So let's take a quick look at it. So in this region of Pillows is where the fissure is in the Leilani Estates erupting now. And you can see these lobate terrace slumps, another area of fracture. These dotted lines, this rift zone, this entire region here, they're saying, could slump off. We have mid-slope benches. There is a lot of activity. And look at the arrow movement down. So this is the particular Helena slump that they're worried about in those models. And I'll leave you links to all of that. That looks like the crack that Jed showed us yesterday. In fact, it probably is. He might be in jail for all we know. Hopefully we get some news from him. Fears of a tsunami for U.S. West Coast are as erupting volcano in Hawaii fractures massive unstable landmass. Here's the 1,000-foot tsunami that happened before, and it will happen again, folks. This is no joke. This is just the facts. So I'll leave you links to it all. Let's talk about volcanic hazards. Mount Taranaki in New Zealand. This is a grand solar minimum volcano. It erupted back in the day, 1655, I believe. Yes, here, AD, most recent big eruption at a VEI 4.5, similar to the 1980 St. Helens eruption. And this could go off again. So we're going to be watching this closely. We should see an uptick in seismic activity, some steaming at the rim, and then, well, you know what happens. Yep. So there's a heads up for you guys in New Zealand in that region. If you please be at least 30 to 50 miles away from that volcano. If you live there, move away. No, this is not snow in India. This is pollution. Now, this is the sickening thing that's going on in our world. We are currently worried about carbon dioxide, which is plant food. It will cause the plant to get green and feed the earth. While places in India, lakes are lighting on fire because of surfactants and pollutants that are just being dumped into them. This is disgusting. You can't touch the water. Why would you live here? This is what we should be worried about. Global warming is a fraud. CO2 is our friend. Surfactants and pollution that these companies that have brainwashed you that CO2 is the problem is the real problem. Idiots, wake up. CO2 is not the issue. Pollution is, and CO2 is not a pollutant. Talking about my friend here over at Edible and Medicinal Plants of Idaho and Utah. He's a friend of the channel. He's been watching us since the grip. And we all need to come over here and support him. So like the page, he's going to be putting out all new information this spring as the bloom emerges, so you can learn how to survive and thrive, collect your wild edibles, get your medicinal plants. Check out the milkweed, heads up. So this guy's site's awesome. He just needs more support. And look, he's very responsive. So just ask him a question. If you have a question, you live in the West, you want to know some wild edibles, send him a message. And we're going to have him on the radio show, hopefully, if he's a people person. Oh, he has a prior engagement. We'll get him on next week. So that's a heads up there. Come and check out Wild Edibles of Utah and Idaho. And give it a like. I'll leave you a link down there. Let's talk about Fortitude Ranch. Only one person in the entire community sent me a negative email about this compound. And their email said that, are you aware that military people are running it? Well, I hope so. I hope that they know how to kill people and secure an area. It's not my biggest worry. But if you live in the Colorado area and you're interested, the Colonel has reached out to us. And that's Dr. Drew Miller, retired Air Force Colonel, the CEO of Fortitude Ranch. They're going to be having 2-hour tours starting 11 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. Each of those time slots show up either time, 11 or 12:30 on Sunday, May 20th. If you need directions, just send oppenheimerranch@gmail an email, and I'll give you directions. Now, Fortitude Ranch is a survivor community for those people that are stuck in cities and have nowhere to go. They've already had an open house in West Virginia, and it went well. It even got picked up on the local media. If you want me to send you this link to the May 2018 Fortitude Ranch member newsletter, give me your email and I'll just shoot it over to you. But here it is. The Fortitude Ranch Colorado Open House, set for May 20th, will give an overview of Fortitude Ranch, Colorado, and planned buildings while walking the future walls and guard stations of the compound. It will also have a short course on treating battlefield wounds, show some of the radiological detection equipment they have on site, and the Vice President for Energy will show some of the photographs of the Fortitude Ranch, West Virginia's solar battery propane generator system, similar to what they will have in Colorado, as well as adding a small wind generator. If you're interested in securing your place at this particular survival facility, it's less than $1,000 a year. You need to be buying Fortitude coins. It has everything to do with cryptocurrency, and you need to be getting schooled in it. Now, Fortitude Ranch coin has gone up as high as $300. And these tokens are important because it's how you buy your membership. So that's a heads up. And here is the price of the coin. Currently, it's a little bit above $150 per coin. And the price to get into the ranch, depending on what you want a private space, storage in a room, and there's different shelter sizes, the length, Spartan to economy, and how much it will cost you. For a family of 5, it could cost you as much as $15,000 a year. If you want the low budget, it could cost you $130. So do your homework. If you want to check it out, I will show you how to get there. It's a way for, less than $1,000 a year. You can secure your own bunker, which has military personnel and everything you need to survive and thrive moving forward. If you can't afford your own land, if you're stuck in a city and you have a great job, buy into a survival community. But do your homework. And I implore you to go out here on May 20th to check it out if you're interested in buying in. Don't just buy in on a whim. Because we're not the sheeple, remember? Hello? We do our homework. We're scientists. You can download the white paper. They're not ripping you off. Fortitudes are on the blockchain, and they're performing well. Look, up, up, and up. Up, 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 up. They spiked up to $500 here. You know what I mean? These are events. So major events. Boom! Event happens, Fortitude spikes. So it's been slowly rising from 100. I think it's 130 a coin now. Check it out on the crypto market. Do your own homework. I haven't been there. I may go there May 20th. I'm 80% confirmed to be at this event. So if you want to meet me, I'll be there. Boom. So head out there. If you want to be on the radio show, send me an email. I need guests. I'm sick of talking. Guys, I hope you got something out of the video. Fortitude Ranch is a place where you and your family can survive and thrive if you don't have the money to get a piece of land and start building your own homestead. You can let Fortitude Ranch do it for you. I'm not advocating for this group. I haven't done my research yet. They're being very nice to us, and they're just offering us to come out there. That's all. I'm providing you this resource. That is it. And the Colonel emailed me directly, so he obviously is a nice guy. He's got nothing to hide. Fox News is going to cover it. Local media covered it. People are picking up what they're putting down. The locals were all mad because they had no idea it was there. Good job, Fortitude Ranch. Please share this with like-minded people. I did my best in pointing out the fact that NOAA and NASA is blatantly lying to you. The planet is not burning up. It's the coldest it's ever been in geologic history. And it's going to get much colder. We are in an ice age, folks. The time is now to start preparing to wake up and smell the coffee. Be safe. I love you.